Hey traders, Nick here looking at DocuSign. Whoa, Nelly. Wow. So I don't have a trade on it. I'm here trying to help a few friends who may or may not be trading it. I know at least a couple of people that took bearish bets on it. One with a call diagonal. Put diagonal. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, if you like this video, hit the like and or subscribe to the channel. Still free. And we can discuss it. If you disagree with me, let me know. I encourage you to make comments in the comments section. Just keep it civil. We are all humans here. There's no need for personal jabs, although I can take them, but some other people might find it crass. Okay, on to the stock. I use their products, their services here and there. I don't pay for them the way I use them. So it is within the trend of everything digitizing going forward. The pandemic taught us that lesson. It accelerated everything. Everybody wants to be online. Suddenly it's a panic. So this fits right well with their mission. So the fact that the stock closed here and now it's 30% below, wow. I mean, you'd think they delivered a stinker. They didn't. So let's look at the numbers, top line numbers. This is a report. They beat estimates, which I don't give a crap about. Their estimates, who cares? They grew to last year 40%, more than 40% on sales, 170%, 160% on the bottom line, which I don't care about because they are a growth company and the top line is what matters. The profitability comes later. Just ask Amazon. Okay, and as for the headline here, nothing worthy of a 30% drop. So you're saying, what the fudge did they say that caused it to fall? So if you want to point the finger, you'd point the finger at the fact that they they guided lower next year. So if you believe what they're saying, they're going to have lower sales next year. I don't believe it. So here's why not. I mean, this is most likely the case of under promise and over deliver, and it probably bit them in the ass because that they didn't expect the 30% puke. So here's why I don't believe them. If I go to an annual, this is their income statement, so it's not my opinion. 250, 300 revenues, so top line sales. 250, 380, 520, 700, 970, 1.4, and they're running at 1.8. There's no slowdown. Why sudden slowdown next year? Do your due diligence. Maybe they said this specific things inside. I haven't done that yet. So if I want to trade it, I'd want to find out exactly if there was more to the story or it's just the number they shot at me. If it's a number, I call bull crap on that. So this is a quarterly look to see if there's a descending trend somewhere that may carry forward. We're going 275, 297, 340, 380, 431, 469, 511. There is no descending trend or tapering trend or anything. It's still the same acceleration. I'd say they thought they would, everybody's piss crying about stuff. Let's just put an easy mark for next time. They probably did that and it bit them. So technically, if they lost that, they should have expected about $70 worth of downside on some sort of an inverse cup and handle thing. So from here, that would explain the drop. It should be as deep as this. But then I would say they sliced through a whole bunch of support. This was a volume support area. This was a level support area and the end of the value area. So that's also a volume support area. That should have held the 200 mark. It may still tomorrow. I don't know. But right now, let's zoom out so we can see where price. I'm going to have to go to a weekly chart. Okay, price is right here. That blue line after hours, that blue line is trading view preview of 164. There is something going on that is not apparent. So instinct says buy the dip, but this is a bizarre reaction. I understand hating something and causing it to fall a lot, but to fall 30% through a whole bunch of like this support level, these are weekly candles. So there's a whole month. And another month of consolidation, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, months and months and months of consolidation erased in a second. So this is a stock that does that. Look at this candle, whatever that is. I don't know if that was a real print or what. but talk about preview. And this might not end up being there tomorrow. So something is weird. So if I'm looking to catch this falling knife, I'd have to investigate as to exactly what they said. Now, I get it. This rally was fast, but this is 5 years worth of data. I get it that this was pre-pandemic. World was all great for DocuSign. We crashed. We recovered. And then all of this. So be careful what knives you catch. It's a bizarre reaction for a bizarre stock. Nothing against the company. Clearly, they can put up the numbers. Just make sure, like if I'm long, it's too late to panic because it just dropped 30%. The panic time is gone. What do I do with it? I wouldn't add until I find out more. What if there was like something that's materially changed that we don't know about? You have to drill down. But I don't like to average down. But if somebody wants to catch the falling knife tomorrow, if the percent drop is still 30, puts are going to be super hot. So what are puts? They are, let me see here, let me hide this. This is my practice platform on E-Trade. I'm not recommending the platform, trust me on that one. Sheesh. Okay, full of bugs. Okay, so tomorrow, if you come into here, December contracts, these puts are going to be very green. Very green. Like today's stock was up 1%. The calls were up 20. So tomorrow the stock is going to be down 30%. Those puts, they could pay off a house if somebody really bet down and put a big bet on it. They made their year. They literally can pay off a house. So maybe not in California, but anyway, the puts are going to be super hot. So what do I do to catch a falling knife? I would go down to the lowest put I can see, and these are 20 cents now. They won't be 20 cents tomorrow. So one put would be $20 today, $22. It's actually less. These numbers are not real. But I could have bought one for $10, and tomorrow it'll probably have a bigger value. But tomorrow I'd be looking, if I wanted to catch the falling knife, into levels I want to own it. Like right now I said it's going to be at 164, right? So price is going to be here. So these are going to be very fat and very green and very angry. The implied volatility is going to probably be big because everybody's freaked out. So if I really wanted to own shares, instead of forking over price, if I wanted to own 100 shares at 164, I'd have to spend $164 times 100. That's money out of my pocket, and I don't have any buffer. Why wouldn't I get paid to maybe buy it at 120 instead? So if I wanted to buy 100 shares, instead of buying the 100 shares, I could get paid to own it lower. I'm saying 120. I don't know what this value is going to be tomorrow. But if that pays me $2, so that's $200 just for the promise that I'll buy the shares. And Nick, do I need to own shares to do that? No, that's how I get to buy the shares. And Nick, what happens if the stock doesn't get there? Then I don't buy the shares, and I made $200 out of nowhere. I'm speculating on the numbers. I have no clue what they're going to be. I don't know if 120 is going to be appropriate. The stock hasn't opened. I'm just sharing what I would do to catch a falling knife if and only if I'm willing to own the shares. So if somebody is looking to jump in at 164, I can sell a put for next week, for this week that ends tomorrow, and try to make money off of it if I wanted to own the shares. I'm not going to go there and say which leg, because then they'll say somebody recommended this. I did not recommend anything. I'm saying what I would do to catch a falling knife. This is not a trade alert service. This is me commenting on a drop of a good stock. Personally, it should hold this zone. So there is support, plenty of support from volume, from levels, and it's just slicing right through them like butter. So do your due diligence. Technically, you could explain this. So that's kind of the good news, because an inverse cup and handle, I'm not a technical analyst, but I know how to read them pretty well. So when you lose a spot that you're trying to hold for a while, and then you finally drop below it, the loss carries forward to a certain measured move, and different patterns have different measured moves. I'm a believer in that. Yes, it causes a drop, but then you have to look at support. In this case, they're going straight for the measured move and then some. So don't be overly confident that you know what's going on. This drop is unusual. And using the options allows people to build a buffer. And that's it.